Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and as I announced in episode 0, we are beginning Season 2 playthrough of XCom War of the Chosen featuring the Long War of the Chosen mod. So our first season ended in defeat. We got taken down by the dark event with the UFO chasing us, and we failed Avenger defense on that one. So we learned some lessons, didn't have my A-team pulled to prepare for that one, and we got caught a little flat-footed. We've learned our lesson, and moving on to Season 2. It's a much newer dev build than before, a lot of changes, especially with the Chosen. They've definitely been buffed up since the first time we played, so we'll see how that feels and how we can deal with it. Let's get in here and start making our choices for the game. The first season we played on Veteran. Season 2 we're playing on Commander. Yeah, go figure, we lost, but we're upping the difficulty. That's because I have confidence with how we had been proceeding and getting along in the first episode, or the first season, other than that one dark event that caught us flat-footed, and I've learned from that, and at least that part shouldn't take us down again. We're going to reduce the beginner VO and advanced options that we're going to take. We're going to use the resistance orders, so we're going to keep that one in there. Something I used in the first episode to gain extra knowledge on some of the perks that I wasn't familiar with was extra abilities on the different classes. Well, now that I have more familiarity, even though there are new perks even since then that have been developed, we're not going with more than one per class. We're going to play the standard route where you get one upgrade per class or per promotion, and also an XCom ability potential if we choose to take it. We will enable those extra difficult Chosen, and the only other thing I usually will look at doing is sometimes pick the actual ally that we want to start with, and we're going to keep it random. So we may start with a Reaper, a Skirmisher, and or a Templar. Anything else here we don't really do. I'm not interested in longer engagements. I'm not interested in dark events being permanent, especially the UFO. We're not going to double the length of the Avatar project. We're not going to double the length of the mission timers. And they also have a new option here for doing baby Chosen. So if you want to play with the Chosen but not have them be so difficult while the balancing gets worked out, there you have an option for yourself. But we're going in whole hog on this one and see if we can't handle it. And we will start without Iron Man just because it's a mod in progress, although this version would appear to be pretty stable in all my testing and everything I've read about, so I'm confident that we'll be just fine. So we'll start without Iron Man. We will be skipping any intro videos. In fact, the opening videos are available in episode 0 if you've never seen them before, but the opening videos will be jumping right in to the battle on this one. And finally, we have the integrated DLCs. They're just going to be integrated as opposed to playing them separately. And remember, if you're playing this game and it's grayed out now, it never used to be, never pick the Lost and Abandoned, even if for some reason it shows that it's choosable for you. All right, we'll see you down there, ready for the mission. All right, here we are at GateCrasher, and it looks like it's a lovely tunnels mission. GateCrasher, lovely, lovely. My least favorite kind of GateCrasher. But we'll get down there and see how it turns out. Let's go. All right, here is what we want to do. We want to ambush enemy troops. So that's what GateCrasher is in this instance. So we are going to try and pick them apart one pod at a time. There is no timer on this mission. There's one thing we got to do before we start. Is we got to go in and make a few adjustments to the mod. Something you always want to get in the habit of doing first time through on a playthrough, especially if you've just loaded the game. So we'll go down to edit options, and these last, I think it's these last 3 only appear once you're you've started your game. So if you try getting everything set, you can set your mods, you can set everything else except these last three only appear once you've started the mission, once you've started the game. So I got the first part set. We're going to go on to abilities, and I do like to see the locked perks and have access to seeing those, especially the XCom abilities. And on the campaign, there's one thing we do. I do play with red fog for both everybody. Not created equally is the default, and I do like that, and I keep that. Don't play with damage roulette, and this time we will not be playing with any hidden potential. And finally, the last one, I do like it to pause on recruit. So if a new Haven member is hired, you get a little pop-up down here, and usually if you're me, you miss that little pop-up, so you don't have that Haven individual on the optimal task. So I do pause on recruit so I can set them to what I want them to be doing. And then we'll just take a look at the mod settings for the mods that I use. Squad select. What I do here is I do like to have show me the stats chosen. Don't need the hiding the training center button, and that's all I do on that one. Gotcha again. I do like show VIP spotted by enemy indicators, so I add that. I do hide the tower indicators after they've been hacked, because who needs to see them anymore? And finally, it seems like there's one more down here I choose. Yes, the noise indicators. I like knowing when I'm going to crash through a window. Sometimes it's hard to tell if a window has a glass in it or not. So this helps me out when it's not clear. Let's see, I do all the activation flyovers on cinematic rapid fire. Quick soldier info. The only time you can access this is on the tactical map here. So we do have it load up special icons. We have it take the soldier photos, which you'll see once we back out of here. The photos will be taken. And finally, I'll be right back. I'm going to reposition the bar and set that up on the top. That takes a minute, but I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, so we'll be right back once I have that set up. Alright, that's how I set it up. I shrink the icons just a tiny bit. I increase, in case there happens to be a large mission, I increase the bar across the top, so if we get a full crew or full team up there, everybody fits and they aren't spilling off to the side. That's just the way I do it. And evac all, I don't disable anything here. Extended information, most of you will probably end up playing with this. There is one thing you must do to make this work properly, is you must not choose anything to do with aim assist, and right now it's just that first box. You want to take that off, otherwise it will not show you any aim percentages. It'll usually show and default to random 0% if you've forgotten to do this on everybody, not just shotguns that are out of range. Headshots, I've just chosen the Rising Star background. I keep trying, there's a whole list of backgrounds. I just keep trying different ones till I see one that I like the best. This game we'll be trying Rising Star to see how that looks on the backgrounds. I don't do anything on that one. Weapon fixes, I don't touch anything there. Black market usage. What it does on this, it shows you some of the uses for potential black market items, but I obfuscate. And what that means is if I haven't researched something that item could be used for, it won't show it. It'll just probably show a question mark saying there's something, but you haven't researched it yet. That this could be used for. And finally, kill counter. I never show the active total enemy, because otherwise that's like giving you unfair advantage of knowing what you're up against, how many you're going against. You're already given an idea when it says extremely light 7 to 9, as you'll see soon. We don't need to know the exact total since it's a range, but I do like to know how many enemies are active, how many are remaining active as we're killing them, and I do like to include turrets. So there are my sets. We're going to save and exit, return to the game, and the pictures are now being taken of the team that we're starting with out of our player pool. And why don't we just tab through everybody to kind of get at least an initial peek of the stats, and we have Beverly Crusher with a nice 66 aim. I always take that. It's above average, not by much. Average is 65. 13 speed, basically average, and 3 health is like the minimum roll there. So we'll want to give any extra armor we can to Beverly. Over here we got Worf, 65 average aim, 14 speed, slightly better than average, but not too many hit points. Who else we got? We got Gravedigger. Oh, I see. That's looks like we drew the skirmisher on this battle. So we'll be starting out with the skirmishers as our allies. He's got 76, amazing aim. I don't think I usually have seen that high of a aim on a on a skirmisher before. But hey, I'll take it, especially since he's a tad slow and his hit points are solid at 4. Deanna Troi, she of the sucky aim, down at 60, better than average speed and kind of average hit points at 4. Jean-Luc Picard, slightly average aim, little pokey at 12, slightly below average and minimum hit points. So we got a kind of fragile team so far, kind of looking at the first troopers we're taking out. And as soon as I say that, we got Joe Marotta with 5 hit points, pokey speed, but at least average aim. So we'll try to find a position that he can use that won't hurt us having slow speed. And finally Sebastian, I think it's finally 68 aim, slightly better than average, another pokey guy with minimum hit points. So that's the makeup of the starting team. Now it's our job to come around in these tunnels and see what we can find. I'm kind of thinking usually go off to one side, maybe lessen the likelihood of us getting flanked. So I'm going to go left. I'm, one of those left-handers, so when I have the option and there's no clear choice, I go left. So let's head you over here, Sebastian. We are starting this mission in concealed state. And there's no real reason to rush this without a timer, so we'll kind of take our time overwatching, trying to gain sight of the enemy so we can ideally position ourselves. And there's the noise indicator for you. If I were to go through that window panes, that there are obvious that there's windows, but sometimes it's not so obvious for me.
Fine.
Understood. Я в пути.
Oh, Nikolai, did we say your stats? Yeah, we did. Better. You had pretty decent aim at 69. All of a sudden I'm going, I don't remember seeing you. But yeah, because I think what happens, we started on Beverly Crusher and you were first, so we may have skipped you over in hindsight. I was thinking it would start on the first soldier and it did not. So let's just take a quick peek. You have 69 aim, better than average. Once again, we're another one of the squishy ones here on hit points and average speed. Now let's continue going. Sidetrack aside, and I don't mind being along this building because it wouldn't hurt to have some of us maybe up high. Being rookies, a little height advantage here and there can't hurt.
Let's go.
Alright, we're in place. Another mod, along with this one at the top that I didn't use last playthrough, is another mod called Smart Overwatch All. It's not going to apply this time because all of us have moved, but let's say you still have 2 action points left and you hit Smart Overwatch All. If you have the opportunity to reload, it'll automatically reload you before putting you on Overwatch. So you see me using this at times, and if it's like a sharpshooter that has moved and can't overwatch, it'll just hunker that person down. That's in general the way this mod works. But since we don't need to move fast, we'll overwatch everybody and see if we hear a noise cue. We hear a door, but there's a lot of doors underground here. Let's kind of see, we got 1, 2, 3 spots giving cover on the top. So Beverly, let's try you right here.
Understood.
Take our first peek over in the other side here. And nothing yet. We might as well get those nearest the pole up top.
Yes.
And you are pokey. I'm kind of thinking if I'm going to run somebody up there, we're going to get you up there, Joe.
Double time.
Because I think on the first mission, completing it successfully, all us rookies will get a promotion except for our ally. We won't get one the first time, so probably not a need to give him the extra aim that he would get up top. We'll bring you over here. Let's see, your nickname is Gravedigger. I'll probably remember that a lot more before Barta.
Moving there.
Yeah, the skirmishers have some interesting names sometimes.
I see.
Why don't we just open that door just to see? Oh well, let's make noise and reveal ourselves. Misclick. I was supposed to click on the door to open it, and the next time I'll remember to use the icon down below. So our game just got made extremely more difficult. Is we are no longer hidden. The minute we find them, things will go live. Things will go active. Bummer. Just what I need to do is make the game more difficult. We'll overwatch all, or smart overwatch all.
I await their approach.
We're going to be extra careful now that we can be seen. Let's hope they wander into us as we got Overwatch set. That's all I can say. But odds are we're going to activate them now that we can be seen on their terms rather than our terms. So since we know they're over this way, let's make our first move down in this direction. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll start moving in this direction. Just have somebody lead out, and maybe we can then draw them into our Overwatch since we got to play that way. Since of my already in the first episode, barely into the start of it, I've made my first bonehead move. But c'est la vie. Sebastian, we'll bring you, well, we'll just leave you there for now. Picard, you're the one I made the bonehead move with. We'll just do this. We're moving baby steps because of the mistake. And we're just going to position everybody here. I'm going to keep the height advantages while I can. Kind of means the one I have over in the corner, Worf, yeah, it's probably not that great of a height advantage for you, so let's at least get you positioned down below. And so far so good. So we'll overwatch on this initial setup.
Right.
I remain
am
vigilant.
watching.
I'm on it.
They have evolved.
Now they could be nearby. They could be way off in that far direction. We don't know. But one thing we can do is slowly move in this direction. There is an ability once we get through. Okay, this is the train car subway map. There is an advantage or opportunity at least to get high ground on this side and on the train, although the cover kind of sucks. But we'll continue moving forward in a cautious fashion until we kind of gain sight or advantage of where they are, indicator of where they are.
Time is of the essence. Ясно.
I think we'll keep our two guys up above initially. Sebastian, we'll bring you around, but not through the window, to get you up with everybody else and work it that way. Now we'll overwatch all smartly.
It is under my watch.
Overwatch.
A familiar sound.
Yes, we've been hearing it a lot. We definitely know the direction there. Here they come. They are active on us, and this is not the pod we were hearing. At least we got some overwatch on the officer.
Officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we
Miss.
dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Looks like we may have taken down the most dangerous of them all, and that is the officer. We could have gotten a little bit lucky on this one. We even did some damage, it looks like, on the drone. Oh no, we did not take down the officer. It was the guy following him. So they were running both together, and we brought down the non-officer. So the officer is on Overwatch, and that's something we'll have to deal with. I think what we may do is these folks up high. Yeah, we at least up high have sight of the drone, and I'm thinking we only potentially need a graze hit on the drone to work for us. We're going to use you guys, since you're out of range of the others, at least this turn on the drone. Nice to have it. Gone first shot. Nice job, Beverly Crusher. I don't think you have aim on anybody, so we'll have to see if we can do something about that Overwatch. Otherwise, we might be a little bit stuck. Now, obviously, the best way with rookie team members to get rid of Overwatch is with a little old flashbang grenade. And the only thing we want to do is not use all of them before we meet up. Okay, we do have a spot where we can get it placed on the officer, so we're going to do it. And now we at least can freely move at this point. We have some loot that's been dropped here. We'll have to see if we can get to it. You know, the drone, because it has so many arms, carries a lot of loot, you know? Now we got a trooper over here, and this is one of those missions where we do gather corpses. So yes, we have a full complement of grenades, but we want to be careful about killing with those grenades. What we may want to do is see about positioning ourselves over in this direction, so the next turn perhaps, although he's got another pole over there, and we know we were hearing other enemies off in this direction, so it could be a risky move to draw another pod into it, even though that's the easiest way for us to get a flank right about now. And early grenades are not great and reliable at cover destruction. And an early grenade can easily kill a trooper, and with the Advent officer down to 5 hit points, that's the maximum damage a grenade can do. So we may be a little careful with grenade, and we'll have to see if we can figure out how best to maneuver in this situation. Let's take a look at a few of us in half cover. And Nikolai, I think we're going to bring you over here into full cover.
Я в пути.
And that gives you some options. I don't know if you're quite close enough. Yeah, it doesn't look like our grenade can quite take out or damage the officer. We could hope it could take out some cover on the wall, which we may try, but let's repositioning everybody else first, just to make sure. Sebastian, we can get you up here. The only thing about bringing you up there is this guy can easily move over here to flank us. So we want to have something else in our back pockets if we decide to do that, getting you up to full cover. But guess what? I'm going to still take that position. I'm going to also take you, Jean-Luc Picard, and bring you up to such similar position and possibly flashbang the other guy. We're going to have to probably rely on grenades a lot just because their position is so strong. And we don't have any opportunities to outflank them at the moment, so that's a little disappointing. And we're a little too far back in some of these positions to even see them. Yeah, 25% shot on the Advent officer. I don't think so. I guess so we just keep trying to stun them, throw grenades, and get out of this awkward starting position. We couldn't set up to an ideal position for us because the old misclick broke our cover. And Joe Marotta, let's get you up into the action so at least you can overwatch, if not take a shot. And let's see the options we have grenade-wise. Frag grenades usually have their least reach, so we can try a frag grenade on the trooper. There's a risk we will kill and lose loot, and you'll note I play without the icons that show if they have loot or not, so anytime you're using a grenade on these guys, you're taking a risk. I'm going to drop the grenade right here, hope the cover protects him a little from killing him outright, and maybe we'll get a chance to injure him and remove cover, even though cover removal, like I said, is not guaranteed. We're just going to give it a try. We may have taken him out. Doesn't see like we lost a corpse, but it doesn't look like we lost the loot. I was hoping for, you know, when you want the max damage, you never get it. It's just the way the game works sometimes. So he is stunned. He is flashbanged. So we can probably afford to maybe, we'll keep someone on Overwatch. Perhaps use Jean-Luc just to try and keep him from maneuvering too much on us. We're gonna rely on the flashbang to reduce his aim enough, we hope, so that he will be unable to hit us in half cover. How about that? Because this first mission we don't carry any smoke to help us out. Because we already got some people in half cover that have already taken action, so even if we hunker, he has shot potential, so we might as well do something to try and prevent his repositioning.
Moving to Overwatch.
And then at the same time, we can try repositioning ourselves to maybe be able to take advantage of this. Quite get up to the full cover, but we can get pretty dang close.
I am on my way.
We'll go ahead, since Overwatch isn't always the most reliable way to shoot at someone, get somebody else on Overwatch and see what he does. Unfortunately, it was only 38%, which is still more than I prefer, but we got a miss. So now we got to see, will we be able to remaneuver on this trooper, advent officer? This is where you like your promotions, where you could have come up here and sliced the guy from that position, but we do not have that luxury. So we do have lots of flashbangs if we start moving closer. In fact, I'm nervous about bringing someone here because of the other noise we heard back in the distance. There's a chance. Yeah, especially since the edge of the map is right over here. There's a very good chance they could be right there. We could hope they're farther back in a different room out of sight, but there are no guarantees. So I'm thinking the first thing we're going to try is we're going to move you over here, Picard, and you do have a grenade available. We're going to see if we can blow away the wall without killing the officer, just to see if we can get lucky. Here we go. Now if I brought it right here, we might kill the guy, and once again we got max damage there. We're gonna go on this particular one to really see if we can damage the wall somehow.
Good.
And it doesn't look like we got lucky. We got some flames moving and burning over there now, so of course we can't even move there anymore, and because of the flames we don't even see the guy anymore, so we can't even get up there ourselves. We can bring you a little closer, Sebastian. We'll have flashbangs available. Okay, now we do have sight of him. It is still full cover. Actually, we had sight of him. Beverly, can you get up there and pick up the loot at the same time? I think from this position we have the sight. We got an autoloader, and we gain sight, but then it goes away, which is really, really bizarre. So we know exactly where he is. So we're looking at another flashbang here. I think it's like too late to make the call. Now if we run by this opening, there's a chance we activate somebody. But I think that gets us in better position than to come out here and flank him if we need to. So let's give this a move for you, Nikolai. And we did not see anybody else through that opening, so it makes me feel a little more comfortable at stepping right through here next turn, as long as we survive to get that flank. Let's bring our
As you order.
skirmisher up here. Does he have the ability? Is there anything over on this side? He actually could come up here. What are the odds that we'd see somebody over the train if we do that? I think what we'll do is move or keep you there and take advantage of that next turn, maybe, as opposed to the end of this turn where most everybody has moved. So we'll keep you on Overwatch. You'll be our Overwatcher since you can't throw a grenade. That's another thing on the mod. If you've thrown a grenade, there's a turn cooldown before you can throw another grenade.
I will watch.
For those of you who have not seen this mod in action before. Deanna, you threw a grenade last time, so you're also going to be an Overwatcher for us. Probably going to stay right where he was and take another shot at us.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, we're going to get you nice and close, Worf.
It is a risk I am willing to take.
You're Sebastian. I think you're going to do the honors for the flashbang. Just to hopefully make ourselves less hittable. We're pretty close though, so his odds to hit or do some damage to us are not going to totally stink. And Beverly, I think we got enough Overwatch for this turn. We're going to bring you up close. And everybody else should be ready. We're just going to Overwatch whoever else remains at this point.
On Overwatch.
And he's moving. Oh, he made our job easy. He knew we were working to position him. Awesome. So we survived it. He helped us out. What we're going to do is we're going to move somebody up into this spot. It is a blue move, so we can reposition if necessary. We want to find out right away if we're going to see some other pod off in this direction where we heard the noise. So let's find out early on in the turn as opposed to later. But we're going to do this after everybody reloads. So we'll do some smart overwatching. Yeah, you're full on ammo, so we'll get you up closer to everybody else. Joe. And everybody else is in, I think, decent positions for what we need. We'll get you a little closer to that opening. You got full ammo. So smart over. I just want to make sure anybody who has shot doesn't move, so you can just hit smart overwatch, and everybody else is okay position, and we'll overwatch.
Very well.
Hear the reloads happening, and it's a lot quicker to do it this way than to manually reload everybody.
Attacking on sight.
We're on board
Understood.
with the summer bomb pod.
Okay, no sound cues, so I'm wondering if they're still off in that direction. But we'll still, the original plan holds. Joe, we're going to send you as the one forward. See if we gain any vision on anybody.
Seems doable.
An autoloader, we're not getting the best of
Where do you want it?
items to pick up. But as of right now, we aren't seeing anybody. And there's no opening on this wall. Let's kind of get a sense for where the next subway opening is, and it's kind of straight across over in this way. So maybe what we do is we'll take up some positions around the subway train with everybody. We'll get everybody up near the opening so we can make our first moves that way, just because we are visible right now.
I'm going.
We are exposed. So now this part of the mission is normal. We would have been exposed this time after dealing with the first pod of enemies, so now it's kind of back to normal. We survived that first activation without ideal conditions. We're going to get everybody up near the front to go through this door, set up positions on the subway, and then search out that next pod. Fire is still a-burning over there. So we'll just do this in a blue move. Even though you're not in cover and they could have heard the noise and could be on yellow alert, we're taking that chance. Just because everybody has so much Overwatch to help protect us. Alright.
Standing by.
Stand
Acknowledge.
Alright, now we have a clue. There's kind of straight ahead through those dual openings in the subway wall. And there goes the cover we did have there. I knew at some point it was probably going to explode. So at least moving up to this subway car to take our first peek, we'll have some nice full cover if we do spot them. And we don't spot them initially. They could be still farther back. There's this building back off behind, it looks like. But we're going to play it slow, just because this is one of the few missions that doesn't have a timer. So we're going to take advantage of that. We got the full cover spots taken. We'll move everybody else up to half cover now that we know it's kind of safe. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And that should be everybody. No, we forgot somebody right here. Why don't we, just because we can, we'll bring you up high. See if that gives us any other kind of vision.
A great distance.
Alright. See if they wander into us in our wall of Overwatch.
They have evolved.
Yeah, they're probably in that building in the back. And they are moving forward towards us. At least one Advent Trooper I saw.
I am familiar with Dr. Jezowski's technique.
And we missed on a 57% chance, and they're running towards us, and no more Overwatch. So they managed to avoid the bulk of our Overwatch and set a bunch of their own Overwatch because they were on yellow alert. So that is not helpful. Let's open these doors. And that does seem to give us some vision. The only thing that we don't have is a trooper, a gunner, a sentry. Yike, he has the best aim out of the group. And an Advent engineer, which can do his own kind of damage, shooting flashbangs right back at us. So yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of us are going to have options to move up at all. It doesn't look like a lot of us, doesn't look like any of us are going to have options to move up at all. All we can do is see about maybe those that have a flashbang, and we got to make sure we keep at least one in reserve. Well, this will be a very effective flashbang. In fact, it'll take away almost all of the Overwatch. It can't quite reach that last one. Oh, if Beverly, you had the arm to just go one tile further. But that's fine. It'll at least make the shots we're going to end up having to take a little less reliable. Alright, that brings the sentry's aim down to 50, which is much better than the deadly aim he had before. Now maybe that one guy can't see everybody if we start moving our way forward. Yeah, that's what it looks like, and that's what I was hoping. So we can get a little closer piece by piece. Now, let's just do inventory. Beverly, you do, or Deanna, Troi, you do have a flashbang handy, and you can throw it. The question is, at that angle, I don't know that you're going to be able to get it where I want it. But we're going to, because you have a flashbang, we're going to at least, yeah, it's about the only safe spot we can get someone closer to try and reach that guy in the back with Overwatch. So we're going to try it. I don't know that we quite have the angle. Oh, so close. We're a tile away, ladies and gentlemen, a tile away. I was afraid that might be the case, and now we know for sure it is the case. And I don't think, due to the other openings we have here, yeah, nobody else is going to be able to move forward at all. Now, you don't have vision of anybody from here, it says, but boy, if you move, you'll be in vision of them, won't you? Oh, Beverly, you already threw. That's why. Beverly, you already threw. That's why we don't get any cues from you. Do we have anybody just in case? No, you can't see from there. You don't see who. Oh, yeah, we have somebody, and that's nothing. 45%, and I don't think your arm is going to be good enough for a flashbang, although we can always try. But oh, look at that. So Beverly's arm was not as strong as Joe's, apparently, because Joe is the same distance away, if not off to the side a tiny bit farther. So that's good to know. People can throw at different strengths. Who knew arm strength was a thing in this thing? Let's go take away that Overwatch to allow us some mobility. That, my friends, is exciting news. Still, I don't know what we're going to do with that amazing news per se, but we can still move up closer and have some potential extra shots from full cover. And they are flashed banged, so it at least allows us to move ever so closer, little by little. And Deanna, Sebastian, you can still see some from there. And you do have a regular grenade. Is there anyone else we can get forward with some aim on somebody? This only gives you potential aim on the gunner, probably. But hey, I'll take that. Thank you, Worf. And where? Oh, where can we get you, Nikolai? What we may just do on a blue move, you actually would have sight from somebody. Of course, putting you in that exact spot has us prone to them being aggressive running through. So I think we'll bring you up here. Then depending on the Overwatch, you might be able to come up to a nice full cover position from this angle. So we'll actually Overwatch you over here to prevent them from advancing on us, even in their disoriented state. Oh, it says you have vision on a couple of them anyway. Not a bad percent on the sentry. We may end up taking that shot as opposed to Overwatch. Let's see if we have the ability. Is there any height position over here that we can grapple to? It doesn't look like we have that opportunity. But to get us closer, now that the Overwatch is gone, we probably could grapple anywhere we wanted to get closer. Let's see how close, how far we can go with the grapple. Okay, so it's not, I was hoping it would reach to the other side of the train, so it really doesn't save us much maneuvering. Unless we try bringing you over here, Gravedigger, just to see if you have sight at height advantage.
A useful aid.
That might help us out with a shot. .66, nice percent. You're the one with the best aim. Why don't we give this a go right here? I'm hesitant to throw grenades on the sentry and the trooper. I'm a little more likely to try grenades if we get close enough on the engineer and gunner, because it's less odds that we're going to roll that max 5. So maybe that's just what we do, and you don't quite have the angle except on the trooper. So Nikolai, you won't be the grenade thrower. You only have a flashbang that we don't need. You do have a grenade that might reach where we want it. So I'm willing to try the grenade on the gunner to weaken him down. Remember, we are playing with red fog, so there's a reason to play this way, and we get him down to 1 hit point. Good, good, good. Do we have anybody able to, and with a proper grenade, be able to reach? No, that's flashbang. That's already been done for us. Sebastian, do you have the arm to get it out there? Not quite from your angle. So we're going to try the Gravedigger's shot on the sentry, see if we can get lucky on a less than ideal percent, but better than average.
I must focus my strikes.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss. A little bit of a miss. Although, we did blow away this guy's cover now. So, let's see, who can see the flanked target? It's probably, no, not even Worf, so it's just you, Deanna. So 76%. Can you finish off the gunner for us? Yes.
And it's over now.
Little ragdoll over the barricade action there. We'll try that. It looks like the sentry is going to be our target because he's got some of the worst cover. Although the engineer wouldn't be bad to be able to take out too, but we got to go when the percentages aren't in our favor. We got to at least go with the best one we got. Oh, nice.
Look what we've done.
Yeah. What would you expect from Jean-Luc Picard, huh? What else would you expect? Ooh, we got 48 on the trooper, 48 on the engineer. With a coin flip, we're taking the engineer. See if you can at least graze on this guy. Not quite, Sebastian. Oh, you did. You got the graze. We're starting to damage. We're starting to damage. We're gonna go since I'm feeling a little more confident rather than keeping you on Overwatch, Nikolai. We're gonna see if you can get your own kind of graze going. Oh, you do way better than a graze. You give me the hit. And we're now dealing with the remaining enemies. And of course, the sectoid. Now you know why we wanted to have the flashbangs in reserve. They aren't active.
For the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now.
Just so you know, that far pod in the back is not active, but they are on yellow alert. And a sectoid on yellow alert can animate the undead and do things of that nature. Because they know they're nearby, they're hearing the action, they're hearing what's coming. So we may just have to, since we aren't going to be in range with a flashbang. More than likely, because I don't think anybody will be able to throw it that far. It's not like any of us are grenadiers with grenade launchers and all. Do we dare? Why don't we bring you up here to get a nice shot on the Psy zombie, Beverly? No, well, let's get somebody to do that shot that has a flashbang available, like Jean-Luc Picard. Just in case it's close enough to activate that sectoid and he runs forward towards us and we can then reach him with a flashbang. How about that? And we do.
Although they bear
now.
some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion,
Their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Yeah, they are a little bit stronger than those original XCom sectoids, but I don't know if they are. I think he's just out of range. No. Can we get him? Can we get him? We do. So we just got rid of the Psi Zombie, and we disoriented the sectoid. Are we lucky enough to have them both in range? Not so much. But hey, I'm just happy the sectoid moved forward for us.
The eyes closed.
Flashbang, lose your concentration and lose the Psi Zombie. Fortunately, you're still in full cover doing that. Do we have any full cover to move you out here, Nikolai? No, we do not. I don't think with this pokey squad and pokey team, I don't think anybody here had high enough mobility to be able to run across and get the flank on the officer. So we're going to have to deal with it from full cover as best we can and deal with his... Now I'm kind of thinking, Nikolai, you have both grenades left, so we still have more flashbangs available, but we're going to bring you over to this full cover, Nikolai. Ooh, you have 60 aim, so I'd rather have Sebastian 68 aim up at the full cover front. Especially if we got to play the trading fire game initially. Beverly, where can we move you? Just a half cover there. We can still get line of sight on somebody, the engineer, from full cover, so we're going to take the full cover. And just so we know, Gravedigger, do you have sight on this guy in the back? You do. So we may just keep you there to take the shot. And these are rookies, no suppression, no fun little toys like your basic stuff you're used to having available.
No problem, boss.
So these back row guys, you're going to be working on the engineer, where the front rows of us either overwatch or try working on the sectoid. Is it sectoid trooper? Yeah, sectoid trooper in the back. So since we can't get you up to a decent position, Deanna, I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll bring you up, since you can't do anything, at least out of sight, so you can pop out and give us a shot next time. So let's start seeing if we can get lucky with the engineer. These 50-50 chances can get a little higher with that graze chance. Yeah, so you can see here, grazed plus 20%. So he's already hurt, so it's not like we have to do full-on hits necessarily. And then again, I think, was it Nikolai who came through instead of a graze, did the kill? So that's always a possibility.
Gotta do better.
And we got the graze there. We just need one more freaking graze. So let's start out with, give you a try, Beverly, and we'll finish up with Gravedigger. There, Gravedigger will have a slightly better chance for a graze. That's all we need. I couldn't quite do it either. I was hoping to keep some of these shots in the back free for us. We do have you, Worf. I just don't know that we have a position. I think actually this full cover position will get you a shot on that engineer. Come on, we missed on a couple graze chances. Let's see if we can pick up that last graze. Got him.
That is how the Klingon lures a mate.
Hey, there we go. Sebastian and Nikolai, you are the last two that have any kind of shots in these guys, and I doubt you're going to be able to do anything with any kind of true chance to hit. So what we're going to do is, excuse me, we're going to put you both, yeah, we're just going to overwatch you both. And he just repositions and tries a shot, misses 20%. Ah, not quite. But we did some damage, good damage. Oh. Okay, he was able to get us up through half cover even with a red fog aim, but you know, sometimes grazes happen. And these yellow bars above our power meters that got hit, that is armor. So no personal injury time yet, as long as the hits are only taken on the ablative armor, which is the yellow bar. So there we go. Now maybe we're going to have the ability to get a little more aggressive, because we got these guys in a double flashbang zone if we start moving forward. And let's start seeing who might have some flashbangs available. We've got Deanna Troi with a flashbang. You can't use one yet. Regular grenade, regular grenade. Flashbang over here with you, Nikolai. So we have more than one flashbang, so I don't mind trying to get them a little rattled with a flashbang as we start moving up, because our moving forward will be in half cover. So Nikolai, help do the honors. Alright, now it's time to get moving forward. Those of us that can will get some cover. Come on, one step away, guys. So we'll move here. Picard, you're up near the front. Let's move you forward. Almost feeling like trying a dash move. But even then, the sectoid could come around the side to counter that. But in a flashbang state, maybe he won't be able. So we're gonna, Jean-Luc, we're gonna bring you around this way. You still have 2 shots in your weapon to see if we can pull a flanking maneuver. We'll take that chance as we move everybody else forward. And try to take some shots. Now, if I bring here, I only have a shot on the trooper, and that's fine right now. We don't need everybody in line of sight of the sectoid to give shooting options. And then others of us are going to move forward to the full cover positions. Those of us that are running forward right now are trying to get in position so we can flank if we need to. Coming up. So Worf will run you forward. There's another flashbang we'll have available should we need it. So yeah, we're fine and stocked up with the toys that we might need. I think we'll just run you over here. All you'll be able to see is that trooper, but it'll get you ready to do us some help next time, Gravedigger, with your amazing aim. There, we need Beverly Crusher. We'll just get you into the full cover for now.
Understood.
I think rather than, now we're going to take, what we're going to do is take a number of shots going for the grays on the Advent Trooper. And then leave the other guy. Oof, that's not a great chance for the grays. And I'm thinking, some of these shots we won't take. It might be on our best interest to reload as opposed to take the shot. So we'll take a look at ammo. Yeah, so we'll take the Gray's chance with you, Worf, because you'll still have a shot after that. I think you got it first try. That means a lot of us now can Overwatch if we have enough ammo, reload if we don't. And we'll Overwatch here with you, Joe. We're going to reload with you, Sebastian. And Beverly is that's a reload for you. Here we go. Let's see what this sectoid does. Takes the shot, misses 35%. And we should have this guy nailed pretty good. Let's first of all come around here for you, Jean-Luc Picard. And take this nice flank shot here.
Yes.
100% chance to hit. Of course, your damage, you won't do enough damage, but it'll get it started. So we can be aggressive with everybody else. What'd we do? 4 damage. We got 4 more to go. Let's start seeing how aggressive we can get with some of these others. In fact, we can get very aggressive. I'm going to bring you here, Deanna Troi. to try and get you close. Is there anyone else nearby? Nikolai, how far can you run? Not quite far enough that I would prefer to get past his full cover. But I'm going to give the first shots to those in the viewership that have characters, and I feel pretty confident that no matter what, we have enough troops in the area to kill the guy. So we're going to take some, even if they're less than ideal shots, with some of you viewers. See if we can't give you the opportunity for a kill. So Nikolai, you can pick up the loot at the same time. And then we'll give you a shot. PCS conditioning. Who else might be close enough? Let's see. Joe Marotta, we'll get you up here. That gets you in range for at least a pot shot to have a chance for damage. And I think that's all, at least on this mission of viewers. Well, Sebastian, you've been in it before, so we don't need to give you a shot. But yeah, we'll give you the third shot here from here. And here we go. Nikolai, we'll give you first honors. You're the closest. Not a bad chance to hit, even with him in full cover. Oh, but we couldn't quite do it. Let's get over to you, Joe. Let's see how you can do on your shot at only 33, but maybe we'll graze, do some damage. Not quite.
That is not good.
And Sebastian, we're going to give you your try. Slightly better percent, see if you can connect somehow. Nah, these were the low percentage chances. We knew that going in. Now we'll try some other shots to try and take this guy down close range and end this mission. I like those 100% shots for rookies, and we did probably minimum damage there, yes, but we have more we can bring forward to help us out. In fact, Worf, let's try you out. Oh, that was a double move. I thought I was moving you to the pole. So much for paying attention. That's not a flank for you. All of a sudden, I'm not feeling so confident anymore because of that last misclick. He was the guy. I am the master of misclicks. We're going to try with you. You have the best aim here, Gravedigger. See if you can at least get that graze for us at close range.
Moving.
Even though it's not a flank. Pretty good odds.
Positive confirmation. Area secured. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Alright, let's take a look at the photo we got. Ooh, we got an excited group, but they're behind a wall. Let's change the location. That's the challenge when you're down underground. A lot of walls in the line of sight if you try backing off to get better views of everybody. Now we're in the subway vehicle. Do we have any location that doesn't have a wall above it? Maybe what we can try doing is no, even going high isn't going to help us, I don't think. Yep. I guess we're just going to have to get a picture. Oh, we got everybody, at least the 6. It's the 6 that are in there, a little bit of floating on the roof here, but hey, I like the photo. We'll take it from above so you don't notice them floating as much. And there we go. Damon 3. So we got our first flawless mission out of there, even with the 2 misclicks involved already. So I have not changed form, ladies and gentlemen. I am the misclick king. We got 2 in that episode.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
All right, successful shot percentages, not very high, but this is a rookie team. Most under fire was Nikolai, but you came through clean. What else we got? Move furthest, Deanna Troi. She did the most damage from moving, and Gravedigger took the most attacks. Well, he had the best aim, so of course he did.
I can't imagine the aliens are too happy about this one, Commander. Hell of a job.
Alrighty, after action report, everybody comes through clean. Everybody comes through with a promotion except for our skirmisher. You'll notice these are blacked out on the promote. I can still do the promotes right now, but I am playing this playthrough with Commander's Choice. We're going to try to take a look on our own, and rather than playing the roulette that the base game comes with as far as assigning classes. So that's how I decided to do it this time. So we'll do the promotions at a later moment. So the PCS conditioning gives us a 1 extra hit point. The advanced, oh, it's an advanced scope. I was thinking it was a regular one. Increases aim by 7 on non-reaction fire and the autoloader. And we came through with 6 Advent Trooper corpses. I think we only lost 1 due to grenades, so otherwise we got the max ability, the max artifacts that we were able to get from this mission. And we have a bond going between Nikolai and Worf. We'll take a look at that closer. I'm going to try as soon as bonds come up. I'm not going to be as picky as I was last time, trying to keep bonds with certain people and wait for certain people to get the bonds. If we have appropriate bonds early on, we're going to go ahead and do that. But we'll take a look at what classes you guys are going to get promoted to, make sure that's a seeming fit, and more than likely we'll go ahead and do that bond. And we have other bonds available here, which we may go ahead and take advantage of. Let's start out by getting over to the research lab.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
There we go. We are in research, and we are going to choose a new research to get us started. And really the first one I'm going to go for is resistance communication. So as soon as possible, we're able to start expanding to other regions. That's what we'll start with, and we'll come back to some of the others. And hybrid materials we can't even do yet because we don't have enough alloys unless we sell some stuff to get them right away.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
All right, Tigan, now we're going to go over to engineering and meet the personnel over there. And just so you do notice, or obviously you've noticed, I'm keeping the cutscenes in. It's only my second playthrough of this mod. And I do for a fact know there's a number of viewers that have not, or are not very familiar with the game. So for this playthrough, we will be keeping in the cutscenes.
To the armory.
Do understand, I've watched enough YouTube videos. It's really pretty easy to skip them if you're familiar and seen them enough. So please bear with us and allow the new people to enjoy the cutscenes. on this game, because a lot of them, even if you've seen a lot of them are pretty cool.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
All right, so there's really no items to build other than shaped charges right off the bat, but let's take a look at our facilities here. We have an open bay right in the corner, and normally the building I start with is Guerrilla Tactics School, but since we have Commander's Choice, the immediate urgency is taken off of that, although I do want to prioritize it in one of my first 3 buildings potentially, possibly even my next building once we clear a space. But what I think I'm going to do on this playthrough, try something a little different that I've not tried before, is since we are using Commander's Choice, we're going to hold off Guerrilla Tactics School to the next open space, because I do want to have access to officers early on. But we're going to try and boost our research a little bit right off the bat, because we can't always count on getting enough scientists, and we're going to build the laboratory. So we're gonna do that kind of a start.
Initiated.
And we don't have any engineers yet found or recruited, so the building will take a little while, 14 days, and we can't start any excavation yet until we gain somebody to do that excavating.
Incoming transmission.
All right, we're going to take a look at our soldiers real quick.
Data files Central has been holding on to since before the war. I keep running across notes scrawled in English and what looks like broken German. I should probably ask him about it.
All right, here's our guys we're going to take a look at shortly and figure out some classes once some missions pop up. The rest of the team that we haven't seen yet.
People are getting those damn Advent burgers. But if I find another wrapper stuffed under one of these command consoles, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Yeah, pick up after yourselves, guys. We got Data, Callum Robertson, welcome aboard. Homer Simpson, Reginald Barkley, Winston Churchill, Garth DeAngelis, Gordy LaForge, Wesley Crusher, Jojo Betzler, Jake Solomon, Q, Yu Takeda, there you are, Robbie Zasso, you are part of the pool here on the first start, and Guinan is down here also. So there's the full team that we have as far as our initial soldiers, with more to come on board. So if you are interested in a character down the road and you haven't made a request, do so down in the comments and we'll get you in here as soon as available when we get some new soldiers hired. We'll take a closer look at stats just as far as aim stats go. We got another, Jojo Betzler's got 70, Gordy LaForge 73. Those stand out. As far as speed, we got a lot of 16s here. Look at that. Data, Callum, Homer Simpson. Let me slow down a little bit. Wesley Crusher, not bad at 15. Q at 15. Yu Takeda, nice speed at 16. Good job there. And finally, Guinan at 17. Do we have anyone with just amazing hacking? Looks like Jake Solomon and Jojo Betzler have the strongest hacking stats to start with. Gordy LaForge at 9. Also not bad. And on the original team, Not that I can make Gravedigger a specialist, but his hacking is 9. Beverly Crusher's hacking is 9, so we got a possibility for specialists there also. So there's lots of things to look at. The dodge can be important depending on the class. So we'll get our feet wet as soon as we're able to, taking a look at everybody. But for now, that's what we're starting with. That is our team.
Incoming transmission.
We're going to take a look up at the commander's quarters real quick.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration, with one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the Resistance from the inside. It was these Resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, Resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late.
All right, here we go, and we are in one location to start with, and that is New Chile. We have, in fact, that was the site of the disaster. I believe it may have been the site of the disaster in the last campaign, so it's kind of funny that this is where it's chosen to give us our start. One thing we're going to do, taking a look at the Haven, everybody now starts on Intel. They've fixed that, since that's usually what everybody does anyway this first turn. We're going to go ahead. Our mod is taking everybody's picture. These are the Haven personnel that we have all doing Intel. They have the ability to do hiding, Intel, supply, recruit, and those are the choices. We're going to start out initially on Intel because we need to find missions. And the Haven Advisor, since I haven't done these promotions yet, we're just going to put our skirmisher, Gravedigger, in there as their initial advisor.
Commander, to the armory.
Now we've already looked at the armory and the personnel. So what we are going to do is go up to the bridge.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
All right, so here is the globe. And the black market location is known, but we'll ignore it for the moment. There is the black market.
You know them as they were, the soldiers of Advent. Now they are free to choose. If you stay your course, Commander, they will stand with you until the end. My kind were once the puppets of Advent, slaves to the Elders' twisted vision. Now, slowly we are freed, and all who see their bonds broken are driven to fight the Elders with a rage that cannot be stopped. By our own hands, we will destroy all that the Elders value.
Alrighty, so we have some faction orders available from them that we'll go and visit as soon as we're able to. In fact, I don't know if we can do this right off the start or not. Let's take a quick look up here. I'm not sure
Commander,
how that's set up.
No new supplies coming in. We'll need to seek out new means of replenishing our resources.
We are ready for more orders, Commander. We only await your choice.
All right, one of the orders is to speed up our construction in the facility by 25%. It's kind of cool. All mission timers are increased by 2 turns, which is good on certain missions, I would think. A lot of missions have some extremely high timers. You'll see timers in the 20s sometimes, but it's not the true timer. And increasing that timer, I don't think makes a difference on the reinforcements. On those kinds of missions, it's the reinforcements that matter, not necessarily the original timer that you're looking at. But there are certain missions like certain smash and grab missions and some others where the actual increase of the timer would help, because reinforcements start when that timer ends. So that's really kind of cool also. I'm not sure. There's a chance we'll get a smash and grab early, and we still got to dig out other spots also, so building the facility that much quicker, I think this is a better option for us. Oh, are we not able to assign them yet? So maybe I'm ahead of the game and we can't assign it yet, but it's not letting me drag it up. So we'll continue for the moment.
Commander, to the armory.
So our first order of business is going to be to scan down here in the New Chile area and see what kind of missions we can discover. And we have our first one. Let's hope it's a good timer. And there are some sit reps on this one, some special whatever modifiers on this mission. We'll take a look at what they are. 10 day. Oh, you can't ask for a better timer than that. Wow. Free an important prisoner. This would get us our first engineer. So yeah, I'm interested in taking this mission, especially with a 10-day timer. And there's something in the air. Maybe it's something in the air, but whatever it is, it's causing soldiers to trigger combat rush whenever they crit. Be aware, this works for Advent too. So if we're able to crit them and prevent them from critting us, that'll give us a slight advantage. Plus we have a large map to work with here. Freeing an important prisoner, I'm not sure if that means, let's see, it is concealed start, so we have to go to him and get him out of a jail cell or vehicle, wherever that may be, and we will start concealed, so we don't have to worry about that. So what we're going to do, we're going to confirm this mission. It auto-generates a team we're going to take out, but I always get rid of that bit of choice and select my own, and once I make those choices, we shall return and I'll introduce you to the team we're taking out. A few things that you can see on here. We have 10 days, 4 hours to infiltrate, which will be a piece of cake, easy peasy. The enemy count will be extremely light, 7 to 9. Because of that big timer, that's kind of nice to know. And extraction timer is 17 plus turns, which does not sound like a bad timer. The question is, reinforcements will probably arrive sooner than that. And there we go. And we have a fixed evac, so hopefully it'll be convenient to where we break out the engineer. So we'll be right back and introduce you to the team. All right, guys, here's the team going out for us in no particular order. Just so you know, we brought 3 soldiers from the initial GateCrasher, and we have 3 new rookies along to give them some experience. So we're kind of blending in. I want to get off individuals promoted as quickly as possible, so we start having officer potential candidates. And I also want to get more rookies promoted, so we have more options and numbers eventually on the different classes, so we can get that right team built every time, or as much as we can for the upcoming missions. Everybody being low level, everybody will go with the standard ablative, standard frag grenade, and the flashbang. So we're not changing any basic loadouts here. We can't even use weapon attachments yet. The one thing we will do before we start the infiltration is 3 of us, Nikolai, Carpethia, Beverly, Crusher, and Worf, all are available for promotions, and I'm going to go ahead and give those promotions right now. I've kind of looked at some stats while I was picking out the different teams and figured out what we're going to do for promotions for you guys. So Nikolai, we're going to go ahead with you, and you are going to become, drum roll please, you're going to be a shinobi for us based on your stats. I thought that was appropriate. And you come now with Phantom. When the squad is revealed, this soldier remains concealed. Flesh, so you have the sword. That's part of your attack now. And slash, so even if you're adjacent, you don't have to run towards anybody, you can slash. And it only uses one action, so you can slash and move if you happen to be next to somebody. So welcome to your new class. And as with anybody, because I'm bringing out some viewers on these teams here, if you ever see something you want to change, because these characters are highly customizable, whether it's country of origin, whether it's the character voice you're hearing, whether it's the colors on your uniform and gear, whatever it is, give me a heads up. We can change it to whatever you prefer for your soldier. Beverly Crusher, we're going to go ahead and give her a promotion. And Beverly's going to be a specialist for us. And she now has aid protocol, haywire protocol for those drones we find early on, and she has the ability to hack. And finally, the last promotion goes to Worf, and with his speed, I decided to make him an assault. So he has the capacity to stun, and the run and gun is now available for us. So those are the promotions we're going to do prior to going out. And I guess those promotions take away the goodies that were in the slot, so we'll go ahead and put them right back. We're not going to change any of those goodies on these guys. For this first mission, I guess I could carry a med kit, and maybe that won't be a bad idea. Let's see, I guess we're going to give 2 med kits up. We're going to give up the frag grenade on 2 guys to give them med kits, and that'll be 2 of our frontline soldiers. Nikolai and Worf will carry the med kits just in case. We got very fortunate on the first mission given the circumstances. I can't imagine that'll always be the case. So we'll throw in a couple med kits just in case. All right, now we're all outfitted out. The infiltration time is 7 days, 11 hours, so we'll definitely make it within that 10-day time period. If we needed to have the choice to try and get up to 125%, we have that option, but we should be good to go at 100%, extremely light.
Deployed.
In position to drop.
All right, so I think what we'll do is we're going to see if we can't scan for yet another mission before we head up to secure and find the black market. And we got another target. Let's check the timer. 6 days, 12 hours, still an okay timer. And this is to free captured rebels. So this would get us some resistance personnel and possibly a new rookie. We're going to find out. Nope, looks like resistance personnel all the way across the way it's reading. Yep, they all seem to be resistance personnel, but we'll take that. We will take it. High explosive. This combat zone has a high density of explosive material. Caution advised, and it's a large map. So once again, we're going to jump down here and pick out
Commander,
the team.
I've got trace chemical readings throughout that area showing a mix of volatile compounds. If we're not careful, that whole place could end up on fire.
I see. So what we're going to do is be right back once I pick out the team that we're going to take out. With this timer, it'll probably be a more traditional 5-man team that we take out. It's kind of a luxury to get 6 and above on a mission like that last timer. And so we'll be right back with the team. All right, we're back with the team going out on this next mission to begin the infiltration. This time it is just a 5-man squad, although we are still expecting extremely light. Our timer 17 plus turns, but the reinforcements do trust me, show up before the end of that particular timer. And it is, in fact, 3 different Resistance personnel, no new soldiers at this point, which isn't the end of the world. So on this one, we brought 2 of the team out on from the GateCrasher mission, and then we brought 3 rookies along also to bolster this squad. So Deanna, Troi, and Joe Marotta, they're going to get their promotions right now. And Deanna Troi, we're going to do with her speed, we're going to build another assault. You just can't pass up that kind of speed for an assault in my book. And we will go with Joe Marotta. He has some nice enough speed, not as high as some others, but his aim is better than some of the others with speed. We're still going to go on this particular one with another shinobi. I don't mind having a few extra shinobis, just like eventually I don't mind having a few extra specialists along on the team over some of the other particular promotions we could give. So Joe, we're going to bring you down here and make you another shinobi for us. And everybody else is rookie. The one thing we'll do, once again, we'll give you, we'll equip you back out with armor. We'll go with flashbangs on 1. In fact, we will do the whole medkit thing again, just in case. This time, flashbang along with another medkit. So we at least have a couple medkits along. And I think, actually, you both have. I thought we're going to have one of you have a frag grenade and one of you have a medkit. There we go. And we are ready to start infiltrating. We will beat the timer at 5 days, 23 hours. So we will and should be fine on this one. Let's get out there.
Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
All right, now we have 2 infiltrations going, and we are not playing on Legend, so that means we could get yet another mission, and that would be, if it did pop up, it would be one of the Liberation Chain missions. What I'm going to do, take the chance, I'm going to go over here at this point and see if we can't open up and find the black market. We're going to do that first before we come back and scan some more.
Avenger plotting new course.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
All right, we've completed research on resistance communications. So we have a new facility available, resistance comms, new research available, resistance radio, and we have some resistance contacts that are now available. We can expand and start expanding our reach. Now, the only thing we don't have is enough alloys for hybrid materials. What we will start with, we can go with modular weapons to use some of those things we're starting to find and pick up. There's also alien biotech, which unlocks various autopsies of which we have bodies. And I think I'm going to start with that one because I also wouldn't mind doing the alien biotech that helps me. I think it's one of these that helps unlock the proving grounds, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll have to double check to make sure. So we're going to go with the alien biotech next because I do want to get to the proving ground as soon as possible for some of those upgrades that are available there.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
All right,
Dr.
thank you,
Shen's
Tygan.
constant vigil over my activities is starting to wear thin. I consider myself a patient man, but eventually, she's going to have to trust me if we're going to achieve our goals.
Commander, to the arm.
Yes, so we don't need to go to the armory.
We can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact, we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
All right, we now have the ability to contact New Brazil. Let's see where else we can go. South Africa and New Australia. So there you go. Let's kind of take a quick look. If we contact here, they have 4 Haven members. If we contact up here, they have 5 Haven members, and only 4. So that's kind of yucky. Looking at how that's distributed, those are kind of weak areas to make contact with. So we may end up going north to New Brazil to start off our first contact. Let's go finish the black market and finding them. There we go.
Market is open.
We'll see what they have available to buy. Scientist and or engineer at 115 supplies. We definitely would have to sell for that. And a technical could be available, a squatty level. And if we need alloys, they're worth 66 supplies in order to buy some alloys that we're needing for one of our research projects. But we're going to pass right at the moment. There's nothing I want to look at selling quite yet. We're going to finish some missions and then start taking a look at what I might want to sell if and when we get to that point. And we're going to go up here rather than scan for the next mission. We're going to start making contact with New Brazil right now. It's going to take us 80 intel, which we have 107 of, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
Setting course for Sector 3, Brazil. Attempting to establish local regional contact.
And we do have a new target acquired. Let's go see that. And this is a start deliberation chain, except we found it was 0 days and 0 hours available, so there's no way in our wildest dreams we could do that. So we'll just pass that up. It'll come available down the road again as it cycles around. There's a certain amount of hours once it happens that you get that starting liberation region, and then it'll start becoming available again. Hopefully next time we'll be ready for it and have a much better timer. So it paused right there, probably because we are at 100% infiltration on Sandman. So what I'm going to do is just complete the contact just because. Ourselves a new region where we're contacted. So okay,
New regional contacts located.
And we have the ability now to expand to New Mexico, South America, which, well, continent bonus gained. Contact with new regions is made instantly. New bonus gained. Resistance network. So I thought I had to build a tower or something, or maybe we have a tower in our own region already, the starting region, I guess. So we already got a continent bonus. That's crazy because this is a heck of a small continent, that's why. And let's just take a look at Mexico. That has 5 Haven members, so that's not a bad option potentially on where to go. But we'll expand a little bit, but then after the first few where we expand, we kind of want to hold off to find out where our first black site starts appearing, so we don't waste too much intel expanding in the wrong direction. So I think what we'll do now is we are ready for our next mission, which means this is where we will cut off this episode, and we'll come back and start the next mission next episode. So this is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. I hope you enjoyed this first opening episode for the new adventure ahead of us. We got off to a decent start, actually better than decent on that first mission, in spite of a couple typical misclicks. But we're taking this team out next time, so come back and see how we do and see if we can get, I believe it's an engineer on this particular, this is either, yeah, this is the one I believe with the engineer that we're going to have available to pick up if we are successfully complete this mission. So thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss any future episodes on this playthrough, and hope to see you next time.